tell y'all how I even ended up here. So life gave me lemons, not the cute organic kind from Trader Joe's either. No, we're talking about the moldy, stress-ripened, why is this my life kind of lemons. And so I did what any emotionally stable, totally put-together young adult would do. I applied to grad school. Because clearly paying out of pocket for tuition is the next logical step. So I said, hey, if I'm gonna spiral, at least let me spiral with a master's degree, which ironically enough is in clinical mental health counseling. So I guess it's like a win-win. Now I'm waking up early, reading 52-page articles on therapy and wondering if the Twix chocolate bars can count as a food group. But you know, I'm doing something with my life. Something terrifying, exhausting, but mine. So, if life throws lemons your way, just catch them and toss them in a NutriBullet blender and call it personal growth. This is the first entry of the Grad student series. I don't have a title yet, and I know I sound stuffy. I have literally been fighting sickness since December. Okay, this is the tour. In all of my graduate years, I never did a tour of my room. Here's the door. Okay. Anyways, here's the twin bed. Here's a closet space. Very impressive. Sink. We actually have cabinets under the sink. So there's drawers on this side, drawers on this side. What's a telephone? I'm not sure if it's gonna use a telephone. A lot of desk area, lots of other storage. That's the light source. So we have one light source there. Light source there. They do have lights underneath both sides there. Light source there. So let me tell y'all how I even ended up here. I applied to Andrews University to study clinical mental health counseling. I probably sent my application for the spring semester, the summer of 2024. And so it was until like September or after August, maybe during August, I got a reply, received your application, had to do interviews. I got to do the interview process for this specific program. Did the interview process. I think it went great. I'm excited, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, not money. School requires a certain amount of money. But in the interview, it's just like, there is a discount on the tuition. So I'm like, okay, tuition discount, okay. October hits. I'm getting slightly anxious, but I'm like, okay, I think I can make it. I think I can do it. I'm gonna plan for it, but like kind of keep my plans hidden because I'm like not sure yet. But just gonna keep praying and see what happens. November comes and I'm like, my faith is like diminishing a little bit because I'm like, oh my gosh, I just don't have the money I need technically to clear, but I really want to go. And Thanksgiving comes, my grandmother, she's excited. So November comes, I go to her, Detroit for Thanksgiving. I see her, see everyone. She's excited. And at the time, I'm still trying to stay positive, still trying to stay excited, knowing that I do not have the money to clear. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. At this point, I already registered for classes. I've already selected a room. December comes. Ugh. I felt like I was being dragged through the entire month. At this point, I'm like, okay, God, you're really playing tricks with me. I don't like it. So time is near. I still ain't got enough money. Sometimes I'm just so sad. I'm just feel upset. Like, why, God, aren't you moving faster? Literally, I've been praying about this since September, October, November, December to last week, the first week of January to the second week of January. So December was rough. December, I kind of felt like, okay, well, I guess I'm just not gonna go. Near the end of December into Christmas time, I'm not really feeling overjoyed about Christmas, which is a shocker because I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. I will always get excited. That's really how I felt. And I realized that this process, my faith, oh my, it was rocky. It was shaky. Monday, January 5th. That day right there. This week right here, the most transforming, eventful, yet stressful week. Period. Guess why? Like, 2025, I felt really excited about 2025. I was like, whatever happens, I want to grow. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, I really want to, whatever happens, I'm going to continue trusting God no matter what. So I walked into 2025 with all my goals. I was like, God, my boss is about to go on vacation and I need to tell her what's going on. School starts next week, Monday, January 13th. I need to know, God, am I going to school? Before Wednesday, January 8th, I need an answer, please. January 7th. My mother, my father, my sister, they're on a pastoral family retreat. My mother calls me in the morning as I am moping. Mom calls me telling me my grandmother is trying to get a hold of me. Now, a few weeks prior to this, my grandmother called. My mom was like, I'm still gonna pray for you because she's really was gung ho about me going. And so this day, my mother told me to call your grandmother. My grandmother at this point is in Guyana. So I called my grandmother. I called her and she get him on the phone. She said, I have some money to send to you. I'm laughing about it now because the way I almost dropped my phone. I can't even remember my response. I was just like, it didn't even sink in. I was just like, oh. I'm like, okay. I text my mom, like, okay, she wants to send this much money. How should she send it? She sent it to you? She sent it to me. A few minutes later, she's calling me. She's telling me, okay, so the bank is telling me I need to transfer the money from my savings. You understand? Yes, mama, I understand. Okay, I'm gonna call you back. Okay, mama. Get a message for, because when I get a transfer or through Zelle or whatever, I get an email and a message. So I see like a $1. I'm like, she called me back. She's like, you get it? I'm like, yeah, I got the $1. She jokingly on the phone. She's like, okay, just doing a test right now. Okay, let me make sure you get the $1. Okay, just take a second. Okay, it'll take a few minutes. Hang up. Okay, I'm trying to keep myself busy. All of a sudden, I get a message. Go to your account. I speedily call her back. I was like, oh, wow, it still hasn't sink in yet. I'm just like, I'm saying her, thank you. And so I'm like, wow, okay. So I need a plane ticket. Duh. I get my little flight. I just sat there. I'm like, I'm going to school. This is huge. This is like the biggest thing I've ever done in my entire life. There's no way I would have foreseen this type of future. That means Tuesday, before Wednesday came, after I told God I needed an answer by Wednesday, I got the answer Tuesday. This is what an answered prayer looks like. The moral of the story is praying without ceasing. And from school, there's one thing I know about God is that He will not set you up to fail. He's not. Keep praying. Keep being faithful. He has so much more in store if only you just keep holding on. This walk with God, it is not easy. But with God on our side, you can make it. You will make it. Because it's better to have on your side. But God, that's a word. That's all I gotta say. So here I am in grad school in Michigan. And at this time during the winter, unfortunately. And let me tell y'all, this wind over here doesn't just slap you, okay?
And the snow, it is far from a seasonal aesthetic, okay? However, I signed up for this. And not just the frostbite, or the group projects, or the late night thoughts of why did I start this assignment this late? But it is growth. It is grit. It is the becoming. So it's wild reliving the undergrad years in now a 2-year short period of time, also in a 20-year-old something body. But this time it feels different because I'm not just here to get a degree. I'm here to become the version of myself that I used to daydream about. So this journey, it's messy. Sometimes I feel like I'm failing, and to be quite frank, okay, sometimes I am, but I'm also learning, and I'm building, and at the end of the day, I am becoming. So if you're watching this and you're wondering if it's too late to start, to change, to grow, to switch, it's not. Sometimes the glow up doesn't look like a 6-figure job or a Pinterest-worthy apartment, which, to be quite frank, it's very hard to come by these days. So if you even got that, hey man, kudos to you. But over here, it looks like going to a 6:30 p.m. to a 9:30 p.m. class. And you can't miss a single day. So yeah, life gave me lemons, and I added snow, textbooks, late night drives to McDonald's, and a slight seasonal depression. But guess what? I'm making something beautiful out of it. And that something is real, and that something is mine.